Warriors and long hair, a topic I am particularly interested in, but apparently some of you are as well, because some people have asked me quite a few questions about this. So, let's try and answer the very first fundamental question dealing with this topic. Did warriors really have long hair in ancient times, or is it just another myth that needs to be debunked coming from Hollywood? Quick answer to this is it depends. So it really depends what warriors we're talking about, what culture we're talking about. For example, ancient Romans, no, they had short hair, but I think we all understand that. The samurai, absolutely. Having your hair long was, in a way, one of the marks of the fact that you were samurai. It's a social status representation, a symbol. Spartans and Vikings. Well, here is where things get a little bit grey, a little bit shady. With the Vikings, as far as I could understand, I've read quite a bit about this, and it seems like that yes, some Vikings did have their hair long, but others didn't, and depending on where they were from, like for example the Danes were often had like a part of their head shaven, so there were some trends, definitely, some of which were actual fashion, others were sort of short-lived fads. But I think what's interesting for our study, or what's important for our study, is that yes, some Vikings did, some didn't. We shouldn't imagine all Vikings having their hair braided, super long, red with the long beard. Some had short hair, but others did have this sort of hair as well. It is documented too. So I would say with the Vikings, it was really like in our day and age. Some people have got long hair, others don't. With the Spartan, the situation gets interesting, because if we were to believe literary sources, then yes, all Spartans had long hair. In fact, it was sort of an emblematic symbol, like, whoa, that guy is massive, he's got muscles, he knows how to fight, he's got long hair, well, as a Spartan. Like, you could immediately set them apart because of these characteristics. And also the fact that they were quite intelligent, to be honest, and you will find a video on Spartan, the warrior philosopher, I will leave a link in the description below. But can we really trust that sort of literary mentions? We don't know. My guess is that probably it has been a little bit exaggerated. The idea of all Spartans had long hair, it's probably a little bit of an exaggeration. It's a bit inflated. Probably the way we should understand it is that quite a few Spartans did, and therefore it became a sort of a symbolic thing, a symbolic distinction. A warrior with long hair, that's a Spartan. The medieval nobility, the idea of mounted nobility, the knights in shining armor, should we imagine them having long hair, or did they cut their hair short for practicality? Well, again, personal choice, I suppose, but we do have to consider that in some cultures, so again, it depends on the nation, and depends on the country, and it depends on the time period, but there were some countries and some nations that did consider having long hair a mark of nobility. Interestingly enough, just to mention one, but for the Irish nobility, for example, it was one of their priorities. Long hair. It's something you can immediately see, like that guy has got long hair, that's an Irish nobleman. In fact, we can see sometimes that there are situations in which some Irish were actually scorning some members of their nobility who started having their hair short, telling them, whoa, you're starting to wear your hair the English way. And that is because the concept of having short hair was becoming a trend in that specific time and period and time for the English. So having said all of this, so were there warriors in history who had their hair long? Yes, and depending on the culture, this could be something that is an absolute truth, like for the samurai, for the entire caste, or it could be something that, you might have maybe the majority, but some didn't, like for the Spartans, and in other cases, like for the Vikings, or perhaps even the noble knights, it would be a matter of time, period, or even personal choice. Having said all this, why would they have their hair long? Okay, some warriors did, but why? Why did they keep their hair long? Isn't this a possible disadvantage in combat? No. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really plays any part in your efficacy as a warrior in combat. Why? Well, as you know, I like sparring, but I'm not basing this information on sparring. Imagine this. You are a Spartan warrior. And let's say you've got your hair pretty much the same length as mine, okay, which is getting to my navel now. Right. So you are fighting, you are in a battle, in the heat of battle. How is your enemy going to grab your hair? Because first off, consider you're using a sarissa. Size of the sarissa might change depending on whether it's before or after the Macedonians had arrived, whatever. But anyways, it's a long-ranged weapon, okay? It's a weapon that has a range advantage. So if I'm using a pike, a spear, a sarissa, and so whether it be a Spartan, whether it be a Viking, whether it be the common soldier in the Middle Ages anyways, if I go, okay, I've got my shield, right? I've got my spear, and how can you grab me before I can pierce you through with my pole weapon? That's the first thing. But okay, I lose my pole weapon. Now I've lost my pole weapon, you broke it, I got my sword, and here we are, ready for hand-to-hand combat. Now you're a lot closer, you can grab my hair, can you? Because I'm wearing a helmet, right? So consider that the helmet I'm wearing is basically covering my entire head. So even if and you know, we could ask why, but even if I left my hair loose, like in this case, and my hair is here, it's coming down to the front, and I've got my shield here, which is already covering it anyways, and my sword, I'm ready to fight. How can you grab just a little bit of hair that is... Okay, fine. What if I just put it on the back, like this? Okay, got my helmet on, what are you going to grab? And even what if you make one single braid, or plait, if you want to say it the British way, and I do that often actually, because it's very comfortable, so one single braid, and that's it. I mean, my braid now reaches not my waist, but basically lower back. How are you going to catch that? And it's never going to come in front anyways, because I know that I wear it, okay? I wear plaits or braids. Doesn't move. When it's very long, it doesn't. When it's short, it can move. When it's long, it doesn't really move in the front. And even if it was a problem, I can still tuck it in my clothes. Problem solved. So I can still have my hair long to mark whatever, nobility or membership to a specific group, whether it be samurai, whether it be Spartans, whether it be knights, and it's not going to be a problem. Alright, but what if you are a warrior who lost his helmet, okay? I've lost my helmet, I've lost my spear, which already makes me understand that probably you're not the kind of warrior who would have won if you didn't pull his hair, but whatever. Okay, I've lost all this stuff and I'm here like this and I'm fighting, got my sword, hand to hand, and now you can grab my hair. Right, what are you gonna use to grab my hair? The hand that is carrying the shield? Well, if it's a big shield, Paul, you can't use that, so you could discard the shield to grab my hair. I mean, that would make me feel really good. I mean, you valued my hair more than your shield. Thank you so much for that. But now you have no shield. Yes, you're grabbing my hair, but you have no shield, and I'm chopping your arm, I suppose. But okay, you're keeping your shield. All right, you're smart. You're keeping your shield, and you leave your sword, and you grab my hair. Lovely, but now you have no sword, and I'm chopping the arm. But no, you're really good. You're grabbing my hair without leaving the sword, or maybe you have a small shield and you can, and somehow, what are you gaining? Okay, yes, right, you might tear some of my hair, perhaps, if you're very strong. It will be a bit of a shame, but it's okay. I mean, I'm still alive because, you know, cutting this guy's throat after that. Or you manage to pull my head a little bit. But that doesn't turn me into a still standing zombie. I'm still countering, I'm still attacking, okay? That is, if you pass the shield, okay? But let's say you pass the shield, you grab my hair, and I'm okay, you start attacking. No, you can't attack, because, you know, the hand with the sword is now busy grabbing my hair. So how are you going to attack me with your sword? While my hand is absolutely free and I'll start pounding you with the sword, I think you will let go. So you see, even in any hypothetical situation, I've been sparring for a few years now. I don't do it weekly, but I do it monthly. And it doesn't mean once a month, it depends on how much time I have. Sometimes a few times a month, sometimes only once a month, sometimes I don't even do it. But I've sparred a lot. And we have basically only one regulation. We don't hit, you know, private parts. All the rest is fine. And of course we use either Kalimacil swords or we use shinai, and we wear protective gear, so we do it safely. But even when I wasn't wearing protective gear, no one ever tried to grab my hair. Because if you do, you get hits, okay? And when it's a matter of Mortal Kombat, not the video game, if it's a matter of Mortal Kombat and you're gonna lose your life, but you manage to grab my hair, I don't think people would actually do that. Alright everyone, so I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content from the Metatron. I'd like to know your opinion. What do you think? Do you think having long hair is a disadvantage in combat, and maybe it's just that for some reasons I'm biased because I've got long hair? Or do you think that my discussion actually makes sense and the points I'm making are, you know, reasonable points? Let me know in the comments below, and remember, the Metatron has spread his hair. wings. Goodbye.